Ever wondered how your body moves with such precision and coordination? Whether it's lifting a cup of coffee or running a marathon, every movement you make is a result of complex physiological processes. But how does your brain, muscles, and nervous system work together to produce such smooth, coordinated actions? In today's video, we'll break down the coordination of movement physiology in a simple and clear way designed for anatomists and nursing students. Get ready to learn how your body performs its finest acts of coordination and why this knowledge is critical for healthcare professionals like you. Let's dive in. As a way of introduction, coordination of movement refers to the ability of your body to move in a smooth, controlled manner, and it's a process that involves multiple systems working together seamlessly. This intricate coordination allows you to do everything from walking to typing and even breathing. To understand how movement is coordinated, we need to break it down into three key components. 1. The brain, specifically the motor cortex, basal ganglia, and cerebellum. These control and fine-tune your movements. 2. The nervous system. It transmits signals between your brain and muscles through the spinal cord and peripheral nerves. 3. The muscles and joints. They execute the physical movements based on signals received. Now, let's take a deeper look at how each component plays its part in coordination. What is the brain's role in movement? First, we begin with the brain, which is the central command center for all coordinated movement. It's like a computer that processes information and sends out instructions. The brain sends signals to the muscles through the nervous system to make the movements you want to happen. 1. Motor cortex. Located in the frontal lobe of your brain, the motor cortex is responsible for voluntary muscle movements. It's the part of your brain that sends signals to the muscles when you want to, for example, wave your hand or pick up a pencil. The motor cortex is organized somatotopically, meaning different areas of the motor cortex control different parts of the body. 2. Basal ganglia. The basal ganglia play a crucial role in smoothing and coordinating movements. It helps to initiate movements and control their intensity. This is especially important for fine motor skills such as writing or playing an instrument. If the basal ganglia are impaired, you may have difficulty controlling your movements, as seen in conditions like Parkinson's disease. 3. Cerebellum. The cerebellum is often called the little brain because it's responsible for balance, coordination, and precision. It processes sensory information and helps adjust the body's movements to make them accurate. The cerebellum ensures that when you reach for an object, you don't overshoot or undershoot your hand. Without it, even simple actions like walking can become jerky and uncoordinated. Now, let's talk about the nervous system, which is the communication highway between the brain and the muscles. 1. Motor neurons and the spinal cord. When the brain sends a signal to move, it travels down the spinal cord through motor neurons. These neurons carry the electrical signals from the brain to the muscles. The spinal cord acts as a conduit for this communication, ensuring the signal is transmitted from the brain to the correct muscle group. 2. Peripheral nervous system (PNs). The PNs connects the central nervous system (CNS) to the limbs and organs. When your brain decides to move a muscle, the message is transmitted from the CNS to the PNs, which then relays the message to the muscles in your arm or leg. For instance, the somatic nervous system controls voluntary movements, while the autonomic nervous system controls involuntary movements like breathing. 3. Proprioception. Have you ever closed your eyes and still knew where your arm was positioned? That's because of proprioception, the body's ability to sense its position in space. Proprioceptors in muscles and joints send feedback to the brain about the body's movements, helping to fine-tune and adjust movements as you perform them. Finally, let's look at the muscles and joints, the executors of movement. Without these, no signal from the brain would result in actual movement. 1. Muscles. Your muscles work in pairs. When one contracts, the other relaxes. This process is called antagonistic muscle action. For example, when you bend your arm, the biceps contract while the triceps relax. This allows smooth and controlled movements. 2. Muscle contraction and action potential. At the neuromuscular junction, an action potential and electrical impulse travels down the motor neuron to the muscle fibers. This triggers the release of calcium ions, which allow the actin and myosin fibers in the muscle to interact and produce contraction. The force generated by the muscle contraction is what leads to movement. 3. Joints and levers. Joints act as fulcrums for your muscles. When muscles contract, they move bones around joints, creating the lever action that generates movement. Synovial joints, like your knees and elbows, allow for smooth and efficient movement. Together, muscles and joints are a finely tuned system that works in tandem with the nervous system and brain to produce coordinated movement. Now that we've explored how movement is coordinated, it's important to understand what can go wrong when this system is disrupted. 1. Parkinson's disease. In Parkinson's disease, the basal ganglia are affected, leading to tremors, muscle rigidity, and slow movements. Patients often struggle with fine motor control, which impacts their ability to perform daily tasks. 2. Cerebellar ataxia. If the cerebellum is damaged, it can result in ataxia, a condition where a person has difficulty with balance and precise movements. This can make walking, standing, or even sitting challenging. 3. Multiple sclerosis MS. MS affects the central nervous system, leading to muscle weakness, coordination problems, and difficulty with voluntary movements. To sum up, the coordination of movement is a complex and finely tuned process involving the brain, nervous system, and muscles. Understanding how these systems work together is crucial for nursing students and anatomists, especially when diagnosing and treating movement disorders. Thanks for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth, educational videos on human physiology. Drop your questions or comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want to dive deeper into human physiology or have specific topics you'd like us to cover, let us know in the comments below. Stay curious and keep learning.